Wish you a very good morning to all. So we are in chapter 1, matter in our surroundings. So in our first few videos we have discussed the matter in our surroundings. We discussed about the different matters, their characteristics, how they are differ. So that all things we discuss, and today in this video I would like to discuss the states of matter, comparison between the states of matter and the measurement of the temperature. So these are the topics for the today's discussion. So here we'll start with the first, the states of matter. So my dear students, you are already aware we are having three states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gas, and even two we have added, that is plasma and BEC. Okay, so but the major, these are the three states of matter. Now how these three states of matter are categorized on the basis of their factors. So these are the some factors on that base we are easily identified solid, liquid and gas. So first factor is their size and shape. Okay, solid, liquid and gas, they are having some size, even there some shapes. Next, that is volume and compressibility. Volume and compressibility, that is the second factor. Next, that is the particle motion, how the particles are moving in solid and liquid. The next is density, rigidity and fluidity. So these are the three main factors on that base solid, liquid and gas can be identified. Then next is the process, that is diffusion. Then energy flow, and last the most important, that is interparticle distance, intermolecular space between them, how they are different in interparticle distance. So here one thing we will try to compare solid, liquid and gas. If I say solid, liquid and gas, okay, looking at this all the properties, the solid, suppose I will take this duster, so duster is solid and water is liquid, and gas, different gases are there. The balloon which is filled up with air, that is also example. So solid, which has size and shape, which has size and shape. Okay, this also solid, so it has size and shape. Liquid, and gas. So solid, all the properties, all the factors you will see, size and shape you will see in solid. Volume, that will come in the liquid. Compressibility, compressibility is very much important word. To compress, solid cannot be compressed, means less compressible solid. Liquid is somewhat compressible if it is filled in some particular box, we can say glass, which is filled, if you fill the water in the bottle, okay, Coca-Cola, Pepsi in that, it can be compressible. So if you press it, it can compress. Gas, highly compressible. Suppose balloon which fill up with air, so that is highly compressible. Density, this chalk has density. Rigidity, it is also one of the factor. Fluidity, fluidity you will see only in liquid. Then diffusion process, diffuse you know that diffuse generally what we are using in the substance which can transfer from one membrane to the another membrane. So here diffusion for the liquid and gas, it is not observed in the solid. Diffusion is not possible in the solid. Then energy, so it has high level energy, because all the intermolecular space particles are tightly joined, so it has highest energy. Then it is little bit lower, and gas is somewhat. Okay, so like that we will easily understand the energy solid highest, liquid little, and that is less little. Okay, so that is gas. Then important thing, that is interparticle distance. My dear student, if I show you the interparticular space, generally we call as intermolecular force between, and in gas also you will try to see, and this can be observed only under the microscope. I cannot say that you will see in this the different molecules how they are arranged, so it is difficult. So here you can see in the solid the molecules are closely joined like this. There is no space in between. Okay, so there is no gap here. Gap you will not observe. But in liquid, you will see some gap in between. In between you will see. See here you also you can see some gap. Here also you can see some gap. So how the molecules are arranged in liquid? So here very joined, very closely joined. Here some space you will observe, and in gas large space. Okay, like this. So in gas intermolecular particle space is very high. Liquid it is between the solid and liquid is medium, and solid generally they are very tightly joined, they are very strong. Liquid intermolecular space is there, and gas that is high intermolecular space is there. Next we will compare between solid, liquid and gas. That is given in your textbook. If you see page number 31, in your textbook page number 31, you will see the comparison between solid, liquid and gas. All the property, all the criteria you will see here. You have to compare size, shape, you have to compare volume and compressibility, you have to compare particle motion. Particle motion is very high in gas. Remember this, it is less and it is almost nil. So here particular space motion, here very less, here somewhat, and here high. So we can do like this, SLG. So in that the particular space is here particular motion is less than liquid, and liquid the particular motion is less than gas. Okay, the next, if I compare this intermolecular space, the distance, so that will be totally opposite. So solid have high intermolecular space, means less, sorry, it's a less. This they are very strong, this is little, and this is air generally gas. Okay, so in that air we can take example, that is if you know this CNG, then PNG, LPG. So these are the gases, they are having a less intermolecular space between them. So compressed natural gas, piped natural gas, and liquefied petroleum gas, these all are gases, but they are in the liquid form. Okay, so that also you have to remember. The solid very easy, liquid they have the fluidity, gas they are highly compressible. So all the properties, all the factors you have to remember. The states of matter, solid, liquid, these are the factors. The comparison between solid, liquid and gas, how intermolecular space observed in solid, liquid and gas. All things you will see in the comparison table, page number 31. So in that you will understand how solid, liquid and gas are classified. So this is very much important in your exam point of view. Distinguish or compare solid, liquid and gas giving 3 points or giving 5 points. It can be asked in 3 marks also, it can be asked in 5 marks also. So that you need to prepare. The next topic I am going to discuss, that is measurement of temperature. That is measurement of temperature. Now measurement of temperature, here also one of the main thing in the states of matter, that is the temperature. So measurement of temperature, these are the scale. What is temperature? The substance which is cool or hot, that is considered to be a temperature. So temperature which is measured, the instrument we call it thermometer. And you are aware, if you know that it was there in 7th standard, even 8th standard, the thermometers, clinical and laboratory. So two type of thermometers you were talking about. So thermometer is an instrument used to measure the temperature. Okay, now here different scales are there. First is a Celsius scale. Celsius scale, and we do not, we can denote like this. Next is the Kelvin. Okay, K for the Kelvin. So SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. And next is Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit. Okay, it is a third scale to measure the temperature. So that is Fahrenheit. So Celsius, Kelvin and Fahrenheit. And in that we must understand how the Celsius, Kelvin formula, Celsius formula and Fahrenheit formula we will utilize to solve some of the numericals. So here Kelvin is equal to degree Celsius plus 273. That is the first formula if I have to find Kelvin. If I have to find the Celsius, so K minus 273. And Fahrenheit is little bit different. 9.5 degrees Celsius plus 32. So these are the formulas we can utilize to find out the temperature in Kelvin, in Celsius and in Fahrenheit. So different sums are given. If you see in your textbook page number 33. Page number 33, the questions are given converting the following temperature into Celsius and in Kelvin. So Celsius scale to Kelvin and Kelvin to Celsius. The both way we can find it out. Suppose it will be given 0 degree Celsius convert into Kelvin and 300 Kelvin convert into Celsius. So both way we have to find it out. If we have to find out the Kelvin, so we will utilize the Kelvin formula. If we have to find out the Celsius, we will utilize the Celsius formula. And if it is mentioned Fahrenheit, so we can utilize the formula for the Fahrenheit. So up to here we will discuss. So here in this chapter we discuss most of the topics. Only some interconversion is remain. How the solid is converted into liquid, liquid converted into gas and vice versa. So like that we will discuss the last and final video present will be there for you. So that interconversion between solid, liquid and gas. So up to here we will stop, and remaining topics, only few topics are left. So last video will be made for you so that you will see, and you can understand. I think all students understand the particular topics, states of matter, comparison between solid, liquid, gas, then types of matter, even the measurement of the temperature, that all the topics you can understand. So thank you and have a nice day. In coming class we will go for the next video, next topic, that is interconversion of particles.